What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to today's video. For those of you who don't know, my name is Kevin Pangos. I'm an 11-year pro, former NCAA All-American, played in the NBA, played in Europe, and I'm here just to help guys translate their game to the next level, and that's competitive professional basketball. So yes, there's things that you can do in your pro-am, there's things that you can do in pickup, all these types of things, but when it comes down to it, when you're in that organization or in that pro team, you need to be able to execute in certain ways and play in a certain way. And a lot of this stuff in workouts can get thrown out the window if you're not doing it properly. So today we're talking about slip screens. And the reason why slip screens are important is because there's certain times you need to do it and certain times when you don't. And so we're gonna be breaking that down. So first off, slip screens. Great when the team is switching defense. And so what I mean by switching defense is pick and roll coverages or handoffs. When they're switching, it's a great time to slip out because your man doesn't know who they're going to guard. And we'll break that down here. So to start, we got this guy right here is going to do a great job slipping out. And as you see when we slow it down, his man now is coming onto the ball. This defender that's currently on the ball, because there's no contact, doesn't know that he needs to switch on to this guy that's running out. Because a lot of teams talk about switch on contact. And if there's no contact, then he doesn't know that he's not guarding the ball anymore. So as you can see, great job slipping out, good timing, and he does a great job getting separation. And what I mean by separation is look at that space. When he gets out quickly, this is a long way for this guy to now recover. He gets an advantage off this, and on balance, wide open shot, all because of executing the switch really well. And so you'll see in these videos, the trend is a lot of these guys, when they slip, it's effective because they're feeling their defenders off their body. So right here, as this guy goes for the screen, he is going to feel that this defender is now creeping this way. And as he creeps this way, he's going to slip this way. So they're going in opposite directions. Again, there's not going to be any contact here. So Rui guarding the ball doesn't know that he has a guy that he has to switch underneath to. And I hope that all makes sense. So as this ball handler comes off, it's great timing that he goes this way when this guy's going this way. And as you can see, Rui doesn't know, I have to get to this guy, and he can't in time because he can't react effectively. The last thing I want to say, this pass is a very underrated pass. Throwing this above two guys' hands right here is not an easy pass to make. So being able to do that on time and on target is a skill that everyone needs to be able to do to punish this situation. You're going to see the exact same thing in the next clip. So almost identical situation. He comes here, slips out, and I want you to see the hands right here. Being able to pass this over the top on time with hands in the air and not get deflected or stolen is a skill. And also being able to understand, is this guy helping? Because yes, you create the advantage here. You got two guys on the ball and this guy's rolling, but that doesn't mean it's open. You can't assume anything. What's this guy doing? Is he there in time or is he still in the corner? And does a great job creating the advantage for the big. Foul, almost 2 points, almost and one. Okay, here we go. Same thing, slip screen. So I talk a lot on this channel about creating advantages, and that's how everything breaks down the defense. And so they do a great job, the Spurs here, creating an advantage again with this screen. Castle's coming off with an advantage, and they do a great job reading, okay, we got 1, 2 against 1 right here. I don't know if you can see that, there we go. Because this guy's out of the play. And so what Luke does a great job of doing, he's slipping this, knowing that, okay, my guy, if I get behind this guy, this defender, then something's got to give. Either he's going to be open or these guys are going to have to rotate, creating an advantage that way. So Luke does a great job slipping out. Again, and the reason is, which I didn't mention, there's no need to screen in this situation. They've got the advantage already. So if Luke stayed to screen, he's just wasting his time and not creating that 2-on-1 that you need to create that advantage to get that basket. So does a great job getting behind his defender, slipping out, wide open 2 points. And I also say in this channel that the NBA is going to be different than a lot of other situations. So if you're in college, high school, pro overseas, you're not going to see necessarily this exact spacing where this key is this wide open. However, it's still the same concept. So you might just see the spaces and the reads accordingly are going to be different. So Luke does a great job in this, getting into the paint where no one can help. Easy 2 points. And last clip here, when to slip out. And this is a situation where you can practice this as a ball handler. Like, when are you going to shoot these shots? And they do a great job here of, okay, we got a big here, against a guard and 2 guards. So causing confusion, and the reason teams do this is because these bigs are not used to being in this situation guarding a ball handler. So it can cause confusion a lot of times, and here it does. So as you see, when he's coming into screen, everyone's taught, you switch below, so then you keep your man, you, and the basket, that order, right? So you switch below. Now, the reason why this is effective is because now the guy guarding the screener can't get to the ball in time, and there's this pocket right there where no one can guard. Wide open shot, all because causing confusion. So let's watch that full speed one more time. You'll see the big realizes that he needs to switch, he drops, and that pocket right there, if you can get it off quick, is open a lot of times in the switch.